Hey, look. It's Adam Banks.
Here's Banks across the board and a breakaway. McGill from behind. Knocks Banks down. Banks shoots. Scores! Adam Banks with a great goal.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? This goal means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because this tournament got canceled. And because of our crappy work schedules, we weren't able to get to it when the goal did matter. Not that it really did, because Russia loses this game. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so here we go. Phenom Michkov is coming in right now. We'll just call him Phenom Michkov because that's pretty much what he is. Who's going to be a top 3 draft pick in about 2 years. He's going in on Sweden right now. Sweden is up 4-1 in the third period. The final score of this game would be 6-3. Michkov would score another one shortly after. However, Sweden would halt any comebacks. But at the same time, let's go into why this could have been a TSN turning point, shall we? So Michkov is going in. As you can see, the defender right here is going for a cross check on Michkov, and rightfully so will be called for it. And there's a follow through on the cross check. Michkov goes in. At this point, Michkov is diving into the net after the cross check. Shot on net. Goalie makes the save. Referee is watching for it right here. Watching for it right here. Watching for it right here. Oh, that's a bit of an issue. The puck seemingly crosses the line after Michkov's body flails into the goaltender and the net comes off to boot. And the referee doesn't signal anything, but it's worth noting that I show this clip because the goalie immediately made a little bit of a worrying sign, indicating that he was pushed and wanted to make sure there was no arguments whatsoever. So on the play that happened, there was originally no review. They just called it a cross-checking penalty. The defender went to the box, and then they went to go get set up for a power play. However, they then decided they wanted to review this. And this was an interesting review, because at this point, I don't know if this is a unique situation we're in. Because normally when we talk about goal or no goals, if you watched any of the prior ones, you'll notice that the argument is, should this goal count or should this goal not count? We've never had the argument of, should this goal count or should this just be a penalty? So it's a very unique argument we have here. And in terms of the IHF ruling, nothing here is different than the NHL. So we can actually, it's one of the good occasions as opposed to, for example, contact with the feet, where the IHF, they just don't let it touch your foot. Like you can't even do a kicking motion, just no touching your foot. So this is a situation where we can actually just compare this to NHL rulebooks as well. So this is the follow-through, as we can see, of the cross-check. Now, Michkov goes into that and makes contact with the goalie, and I want you to pay attention to where he is in respect to where the puck is. The puck, for any of you wondering, is around the left arm, left pad, maybe the side of the waist of the Swedish netminder. And so at this point, the puck's not loose. And now the puck is loose. And I tried to slow that down. I was working on 0.25 speed on the highlights, which you can check below, the original clip. It's very hard to indicate what comes into contact with the puck. So first off, let's just make this clear. If the guy pushes him into the net and it just shoots it and he keeps going into the net, I think that's a goal. However, I don't know if this is. And here's my argument. Even though he gets pushed into the net, it's his upper half of his body is the one that ends up touching the puck on the way in, which I think cancels out a goal. It doesn't cancel out a penalty, however, and I think that's what Russia should get. So just for better representation,
Sweden. You mean that's
yes, for Sweden should get, or power play that Russia should get. Michkov's head is here. His hand is here. I don't think this touched the puck. I think right now his left arm is at risk of touching the puck and being that motion that he puts in the net. And that is literally, you can't, it's a separate movement. You just can't do it because it's a separate motion from the cross-check to Michkov not being able to catch himself from the cross-check and then going in. Because he gets cross-checked here. That's That's a bit of a ways to go towards the net from at the circle. And he goes in, and here's the damning instinct for me. Both of his hands are in here, his helmet's in here, and the puck is in this area too. And I don't know which part of it pushes it into the net. And in here, and that's the damning one here. The goalie gets spun, and then, what would I say? I would have just awarded a power play to Russia and called it no goal based on potential incidental hand contact, honestly.
You don't feel like it's enough evidence to justify it?
No, I don't understand what they were like. The argument here is that yes, the guy's pushed in. However, I think there is enough of a time made for him to allow himself to get out of the way of the goaltender. It's a cross-checking penalty, but I think he can still somewhat try to catch himself and move out of the way to the goaltender. And even if he hits the goalie, at that point, the play is probably dead. Like, just blow it down. Because it's not like he hits the goalie and the puck's like on the side of his pad and goes, he hits the goalie with possibly his hand. It's like me getting pushed and just going, and just swiping it out. You can't do that. So I would say this is no goal, but a power play definitely should have been awarded. What is your thoughts?
This is one of the closest ones.
This is one of the closest ones for sure. Please let us know in the comments what you thought on this. And honestly, any reasoning, I'd love to hear it. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like.
Join our
Thanks for watching.
Subreddit.